Yep, it was a very young team tonight, but a very mature performance.
Yeah, you know, we played with a couple of youngsters, and in what we always do, what we always want to do as well, to give like young players the opportunity to play in certain games, and big games, and cup games, you know, that the first team squad needs to play. And I think it's a good learning period for them, you know, to get used to the type of playing in front of a bigger crowd. Pressure of going through to the next round and everything, so it's a good learning experience for them, but also for the other players who played. You know, first team players, you know, they played very well. You know, I think in how we started the game, very concentrated, focused. You know, a lot of possession, of course, because you know, sometimes as well that the opposition is dropping in deep. They don't want to give any opportunities away. Sometimes, of course, and then from the start, you want to create opportunities to score if that's possible. But sometimes you need to wear the opposition down a bit. And then spaces will open up to go forward, and that's what happened first half and especially second half.
When those spaces did open up, like Liam Kelly took advantage of that perfectly with his strike, great technique on it, and that was at a point in the game when we were starting to find those little opportunities.
Yeah, you know, especially in second half, of course. Then you know, and if you got the right pass and in your passing the right movement as well, of course, you know, from the plays, and then players can get into certain positions that they can have a strike like Liam Kelly can have, you know, and he's a player which everybody knows. You know, he came out as well from the academy, great season last season. He wants to improve himself this season again, show himself. No, he did it today with 2 great goals.
There was 10 players from our academy in the 18 today.
Yeah.
Liam Kelly, 2 great goals from him, and he's probably the player that those other 9 players look at and say, yeah, he's really stepped on to the next level, and he's the inspiration for them.
Well, I hope so. You know, since we arrived at the club, of course you want to bring in good players with already the good players that we have. But our philosophy is as well to bring young players into the first team squad, to educate players and everything. You know, how they need to be as a human being and act as a person, but also in how they need to play, of course, in the Reading way, if you want to call it like that. You know, and Liam Kelly has done that. He's shown that. We gave him the opportunity to do that. You know, he made enormous progress in that. The other players, they feel it, I think, themselves as well, that, you know, if you're doing well, if you reach a certain standard as a player, that you're going to have the opportunity to play in the first team squad as well, you know, and by playing these cup games as well, you know, certain players get the opportunity because they've been doing well. It doesn't mean that they're going to be starting straight away in the first team squad, you know, but it goes step by step, and eventually, you know, if the player keeps making progress and he's got the same level as the other players within the first team squad, you know, then he gets an opportunity again also to play, of course, in league games, and that's how it goes. That's what we want to achieve with the club, and I think that's good. You know, if you have an academy, the academy's got a certain status. You want to develop players, you want to bring young players into your first team squad. I think that's the right way to do it.